Welcome everyone, my name is Jerry Gale and I am the director of the Music Center's Spotlight program. For those of you who might not know, the Music Center is one of the largest performing arts organizations in the country, along with Lincoln Center and the Kennedy Center. I'm super excited to host this webinar to explain what Spotlight is and why students should apply, and hopefully to answer all your questions. First, I'm going to give you an overview, and then I'm going to go into specifics about the category. And if you have any questions along the way, please email me at spotlight@musiccenter.org. Once again, spotlight@musiccenter, 2 C's in the middle.org. All right, so this is geared towards teachers and parents, but I really feel that students are going to get a lot of information out of this. First, we're going to start, what is Spotlight? All right, for over 30 years, Spotlight has been a nationally acclaimed scholarship and arts training program for Southern California high school students. We're an education program first with a competition scholarship component. And the thrust of this program is on helping students cultivate courage, self-esteem, preparation, and perseverance. We're not a national program. We're only open to Southern California high school students in 8 counties, and those 8 counties are listed on the website. Don't make me list them here. Okay, this is a free program. There's no fees to apply. We give away over $100,000 annually at every level of participation: preliminary, semifinal, honorable mention, and grand prize finalists. There are 7 categories that students can apply in, and they can apply in as many categories as they want, so that for those of you who are triple threats, I'm talking to you. Okay, the categories are acting, non-classical voice, non-classical dance, classical voice, ballet, jazz, and classical instrumental. And I'm going to go into specifics in a little bit. But I really want to say that I encourage students of all skill levels to apply. This is really important to point out. We have students who apply all 4 years they're in high school because they're really getting benefit and value out of the program. If a student is the best in the school, if they're on a trajectory to massive success, obviously have them apply. But if the student has had some training or a little training and they really just want to get their feet wet, what is this about? This is a great program to start with, and all of the students are they're gonna learn from making an audition video, from receiving detailed written feedback, observing or participating in master classes, as well as the chance to perform it at the Music Center and win cash scholarships. Just a word about our alumni, because it's a stellar group and we're very proud of them. They're performing with major dance companies, they're singing with the Metropolitan Opera, the LA Opera, they're on Broadway, they're playing with the New York Philharmonic, the Boston Symphony Orchestra, and the LA Phil. And in addition to that, they're doctors, they're arts administrators, they're titans of the tech world. Just a few of our notable alumni, because this is where I get to drop names. American Ballet Theater's principal dancer, Misty Copeland. Grammy-nominated artists Josh Groban, Gerald Clayton, Adam Lambert. Emmy Award-winning composer Chris Bowers. Tony Award winner Lindsay Mendez. And Alvin Ailey, American Dance Theater's former principal dancer and soon-to-be associate artistic director, Matthew Rushing. So it's a pretty amazing list, I know. But the thrust of this program is in our commitment to all students who participate, no matter where they are in their training. So let's talk about the written feedback, the judges, and the master classes. Each student who applies to Spotlight receives detailed, yummy feedback at every level that they participate in front of our expert panel of judges. These letters are they're like little mini master classes. For students who have access to private instruction, then it supports what the teacher is really helping them with and already doing. For students who have little access to quality arts resources, and then this may be one of the few ways that they have of gauging how they're improving, how they're doing. Our judges come from the academic and professional worlds, and they bring an immense wealth of knowledge with them. They're looking for a blend of technique and artistry. The judges' comments, I feel, are given with a lot of love and kudos. The feedback letters really outline what students are doing beautifully so that they can build on their successes, and then areas that they can improve in so that they can tweak what needs strengthening and improve. Our master classes. We hold master classes for semifinalists to participate in. However, most of these classes are open to all students at every level to observe. And again, they're completely free. They're also open to teachers and parents to come and watch as well. To be able to have a class with an artistic director of a dance company or a member of a major symphony orchestra or a director at a theater company, I mean, this is just an incredible opportunity that most students, they're not going to have access to. And I think observing these classes is another valuable way that students can really learn about their craft. Let's talk about motivation. We understand that students are very busy, teachers, we're all very busy, but I feel like Spotlight can play an important role in the development of young artists. Our goal is to motivate students, to help them be in charge of their own success in life. They need to learn how to take a chance on themselves. And we talk a lot about building this emotional muscle of self-confidence, just like athletes build physical muscles. And so often students feel like they're not ready to step out and shine a light on themselves. And I want students to find the courage, feel the fear, acknowledge it, but then move past it by taking small steps. And one of those small steps is applying to a program that's free and has so much to offer them, like Spotlight. All right, so how does this program work? Each year, we kick off what we call the Spotlight season with a free day of workshops for students, teachers, and parents, and we call it the Spotlight Academy. And it happens at the Music Center. And during the day, we have panel discussions on things like what can the students do with a music degree? What are college panels looking for? For actors, we talk about exploring career options in the theater. For singers, we talk about choosing material that sits well on your voice, breaking down lyrics, and then for dancers, we delve into dance companies and getting an agent, artistry, branding yourself. Then we have a class on how to pay for college. I have college admission faculty coming and talking about that. And then we talk about how to make a great audition video for all your pre-screens and competitions and Spotlight. And then my favorite class, what I wish I would have known before going to college, where we bring back students who've already had like a year of college and they come back and they tell the next group what they wish they would have known before taking that next step. So the date for this year for the Spotlight Academy is like behind me. And then the next date will be for the competition scholarship portion of the program, and that's also behind me. And every student begins by submitting a video audition and an application. For the video, you don't need any fancy schmancy equipment. It's not necessary. Just have them use their phone, their iPad, whatever they want to film it. And you can check out, I made this really great video. It lives on the website. And I did it with Melinda Sullivan, who's one of our great alumni. And she and we're going to be talking about how to make a great audition video. So that lives on the website. You can check that out. Okay, so the student films their video audition and then they submit it online by the deadline. And this year we are limiting each category to the first 400 students who apply. So don't wait, don't procrastinate, get your applications in early. After the October deadline, our judges are gonna sit and they're gonna watch every single video and write detailed feedback. And then the judges are going to choose those students who will then advance to live auditions that are going to take place between this December and February of the following year. And at the live auditions, students are going to receive coaching on how to audition effectively before, during, and after the audition. We really want their self-esteem and self-worth to stay intact before they walk into that audition room, and especially when they walk out, because what are you telling yourself after you audition? And then after the live auditions, the judges are going to write more detailed written feedback, and then they're going to decide which students will move forward to semifinals. And at the semifinal level, the students are going to participate in master classes. They're going to receive more written feedback. They're going to audition again, and then the judges will choose the honorable mention and the 2 students in each category who become our grand prize finalists and perform at one of the Music Center's iconic stages. And all of the students, all of our participants will be invited to attend that final performance, whether it's the performance itself or the rehearsal. Let's talk about scholarships, my favorite part. 35 students at our preliminary level will receive merit scholarships of $100. 91 semifinalists will receive $300. 7 students will be named honorable mention and they will receive $1,000. And then 14 students will be named grand prize finalists and they will receive $5,000. Let's take a look at how to apply the category requirements for video auditions. I urge you, check the website. I'm going to go over them as quickly as possible, but definitely check the website. So for acting, it's 1 monologue. It's up to 2 minutes long. It's contemporary, and we define contemporary as anything after 1920. If it goes a little over, a little under, please don't worry. And we all have a monologue, right? Okay. For ballet, it's 1 variation. It's got to be done on point. We use the same variations that YGP and California Dance Classics use. Check the website. They're all listed. Non-classical dance and world dance. 1 solo up to 3 minutes long. Between 2 and 3 minutes, I think is probably really great. It can be choreographed by the teacher, by the student, whoever they want to choreograph at. Great. Classical voice, 1 song, 3 minutes long. Students really have to check the website for which composers are acceptable. And they're probably going to need to make cuts in the music, and that's fine. Non-classical voice, 1 song up to 3 minutes long. Students can accompany themselves in guitar, piano. They can use a backup track, karaoke. They can have someone record the piano track, or they can have someone play the piano for them. For classical instrumental, this is actually the only category for the preliminary for this video round, requires 2 pieces. 1 from the Baroque classical era and 1 from the Romantic contemporary era. Again, I'm going to say check the website for those acceptable composers. Both songs have to come in within 10 minutes total. They can break up the pieces any way they want. In other words, if it's a short Bach and a longer Dvorak, that's fine. Don't worry. The judges will just stop the tape when they've heard enough to evaluate. For jazz instrumental, 1 song up to 3 minutes long. Check the website. It's got to be one of the songs listed. But they can have up to 3 musicians accompany them in jazz instrumental. And here's my suggestion. If you're a teacher that has a jazz class, you've got a lot of students who want to apply, to have them take turns soloing for each other so that it's one setup and it's going to make it really easy. If a student moves forward after the video round to prelim 2 our live auditions, the requirements for the next level change slightly. Go to the Music Center website to check out how those requirements change at the next level. I really want you to think of Spotlight as a resource for you. So I want you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We post lots of great information that's really geared towards high school artists. So remember, the Spotlight Academy is, I'm hoping it's behind me, and the scholarship competition deadline, I hope that's also behind me. And please share this information with anyone you think that's interested. Again, if you've got questions, email us at spotlight@musiccenter.org. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun.